YouTube poop from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. YouTube poop, commonly abbreviated as YTP, is a type of video mashup created by editing pre-existing media sources for humorous, profane, annoying, confusing, shocking, detournament, or dramatic purposes. YouTube poops are traditionally uploaded to the video sharing website YouTube, hence the name, but may be mirrored or uploaded on other sites like Newgrounds, Vimeo, Vidly, and Dailymotion, usually for reasons involving copyright or YouTube's community guidelines. Techniques. A typical YTP uses visual and auditory effects to alter the underlying work. Some of these videos may involve completely or partially repurposing sources to create or convey a story, while others follow a nonlinear narrative, and some may contain no storyline at all. Alternatively, a YouTube poop may consist solely of an existing video repeated in a slow or remixed loop. In many cases, YouTube poops utilize a bizarre sequence of elements which may entertain, confuse, or irritate depending on the viewer. Associate Professor of Cultural Anthropology at Kansas State University, Michael Wesch, has defined YouTube poops as absurdist remixes that ape and mock the lowest technical and aesthetic standards of remix culture to comment on remix culture itself. Media sources of YouTube poops include television shows, movies, cartoons, commercials, video games, and other videos obtained from YouTube or elsewhere. In the late 2000s, video cutscenes from games released on the Philips CDI platform, most notably Hotel Mario, Link, The Faces of Evil, and Zelda, The Wand of Gamelon, were an incredibly common source in YTPs, because the campy and egregious nature of the animations made them ripe for sass. YouTube poop is often derivative in the sense that the work of one artist, or pooper, is sometimes used as the underlying work for another video. Lawrence Lessig, professor of law at Harvard Law School, referred to this behavior as an example of call and response within a remix culture. Alternatively, two YouTube poopers may engage in YTP tennis or YTP soccer, wherein the same video is remixed back and forth. Another prominent type of video in the community is known as a collab, wherein a group of YouTube poopers' videos are compiled to make a longer, often feature-length video. Copyright and fair use. Due to the use of copyrighted materials and the manner in which these sources are depicted, YTPs may be removed from YouTube following a DMCA complaint. However, political scientist and author noted in 2013 that despite filing a copyright infringement lawsuit with YouTube in 2007, YouTube poops such as The Sky Had a Ouija by Hurricoaster, which features scenes from the animated series SpongeBob SquarePants, in particular the episode Shanghai, and Ouija, a satiric caricature based on Nintendo's Luigi as he appears in the DOS version of Mario is Missing, remain on YouTube. The law in the United Kingdom does allow people to use copyrighted material for the purposes of parody, pastiche, and caricature without infringing on the copyright of the material. Copyright owners are only able to sue the parodist if the work contains hateful or discriminative messages. If the case is then taken to court, it will be down to a judge to decide whether the video meets these criteria.